The top-down 2D dungeon crawler is a staple in video games, so much so that even Nintendo recently remade one of their most famous ones, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. It was a game that would go on to inspire so many other dungeon crawlers like it, including this new indie game called Ocean's Heart, that's slated to release in early 2021. You might not have heard of this darling new indie, but you most likely played or at least have heard of the developer's previous work, Yarntown. It was a remake or a demake of the popular PS4 title Bloodborne, remade to look like a top-down dungeon crawler straight out of the GBA or SNES era. That fan-made project was the stepping stone for developer Max Moraz's next title, Ocean's Heart. He was kind enough to send me an early demo of it that showcases a lot of the gameplay mechanics, though nothing finalized in terms of a vertical slice of the game. My demo started off with a young woman named Tilia, who washes up on a beach after her ship is destroyed by a giant monster. Sadly, most of her supplies are now missing, with Tilia left with just the clothes on her back. This was my introduction to the demo that essentially plays out as a gameplay loop, learning the combat mechanics, exploring the new island, and getting back Tilia's stuff. Wandering through the island, I found myself easily captivated by the lovely mix of simple pixel art but with animated environments. As I made my way under the pixelated bridge in town, I'd see birds flutter across the sky. Little puffs of smoke came out of the chimneys of small homes in town, while the flowers danced along to the breeze. It was simply beautiful. Speaking to all the NPCs in town, I quickly came to realize how well written they felt. Each had a unique personality that felt authentic, as if they were villagers that had spent their entire lives here. This helped lend to wanting to explore the world, which was further supported by the consistent progression. In the first few minutes, I was gifted a sword that allowed me to go toward the wild areas of the island. These areas home monsters like malicious birds, incredibly fast snails, and trees that would come to life and attack me. The enemies came in all sorts of shapes and sizes that always surprised me. Something as slow as a snail is fast and intimidating in Ocean's Heart. Thankfully, my weapons and tools progressed as much as these enemies did. I came across bombs, an archery kit, magic fire spells, and much more. By the end of my demo, I was a fearless warrior taking on the likes of a giant rock monster and an evil witch. Those fights were fun, but lacked a real challenge because this demo was very forgiving when it came to respawns. Checkpoints were quite frequent, with respawns always spawning me in the same room where I died. Hopefully that's not the same for the final game, as it made the use of any health regenerating items quite pointless. That brings me to my final thoughts on the demo. I overall thought the brief hour-long demo or so was charming, full of heart, and demonstrated the love for the series that helped inspire it. You can certainly see the elements from The Legend of Zelda that inspired Ocean Heart's creation. However, past the charm, some of the content can feel a bit shallow, though arguably that can be because this demo was so tailor-made to showcase mechanics, even going as far as having the NPCs say it. Either way, I'm excited to see how this project ends up turning out next year, but of course, if you guys want to see a review of it, let me know in the comments down below. It's quite a few months away, but by the time it comes out, I'd be happy to review it if you guys want me to. As always, thank you all very much for watching, and stay tuned because I have plenty of game reviews, especially for indie games that are coming out pretty soon, that you don't want to miss. I'll see you all in the next one.